MP Brug, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair Lady. Congratulations to you as well for taking up the post as chair to chair this meeting today. I just want to, I know it's notification, but I still want to bring some clarification on some of the things that were said today. That was kind of how do you say? Speculating that the left side of the room is withholding information from the right side of the room. That is not the case. Transparency is still there. We received the documents the same as everybody else. So if it was 2 days ago, the right side received the room, the left side also received it 2 days ago. And in addition to that, the comment that was made about our current Prime Minister, also Member of Parliament, Dr. Luc Messalina, he did mention that he had to take a trip for, not pleasure, but for the country St. Maarten, and had to fly out on that same day, and they therefore had several preparations to do. So I just wanted to make it clear for the public of St. Maarten that they are tuning in, that there is no miscommunication with regard to that, and also not to shed so there's no miscommunication with regard to that. Thank you very much. That's all for my notification.
Thank you, MP Brug, for your notification. Seeing that there are no more notifications, I continue. We have as agenda points for this meeting the approval of the Outline Agreement ENNIA, including Annexes A, B, and C, IS 621, 2023-2024, dated April 19, 2024. And also the ratification of the decision list of the Interparliamentary Kingdom Consultation, also known as IPKO, held from June 7th till June 10th, 2024 in Den Hague, the Netherlands, IS number 798, 2023-2024, dated June 11, 2024. Before we go over to agenda point number 1, as this is a public meeting, allow me to remind you of the introduction of the users of interruptions during the public meetings. The following guide applies in accordance with Article 43 of the Rules of Order. The chairperson may permit interruptions. These interruptions aim to seek clarification, challenge assertions, or contribute additional information, and should consist of brief remarks or questions without introduction. The chairperson will ensure order and decorum during the meetings and the use of interruptions. Members, ministers, and guests must maintain parliamentary decorum and refrain from making offensive or disorderly interruptions. Members will be allowed 3 interruptions per agenda point. The interruptions are to be posed from the lectern placed in the Legislative Hall. It is important to note that this meeting is a continuation of the meeting that started on 27th of June, 2024, and continued on September 6, 2024. So now we go over to agenda point number 2. The approval of the Outline Agreement ENNIA, including Annexes A, B, and C. IS number 621, 2023-2024, dated April 19, 2024. On April 19, 2024, Parliament received a letter from the Minister of Finance with a request for a public meeting of Parliament seeking the approval for the Outline Agreement Resolution ENNIA, including the Annexes A, B, and C. In this letter, the Minister of Finance noted that the Outline Agreement Resolution ENNIA necessitates a long-term financial commitment from St. Maarten, and that she was making this request with great respect for Parliament. That he was making this request with great respect for Parliament, particularly in consideration of the budget authority established inter alia in Articles 100, 101, and 102 of the Constitution. It is important to know that Parliament held a Central Committee that commenced on September 27, 2024, and ended on April 15, 2024. All answers to the questions posed in the Central Committee were received by Parliament. According to the Outline Agreement, the agreement sets out the main conditions for partial relaunch of various parts of the ENNIA Group and a controlled settlement of former ICL with government and CBSC funding, also the resolution called. The parties commit to the full elaboration of the resolution and to constructively negotiate and approve and comply with the relevant legal requirements in this regard, keeping in mind the urgency of the matter and within the limited time frame provided in Article 3. The agreement also states that the parties, by signing the outline agreement, confirm to each other that they will each commit sufficient resources and manpower to elaborate and eventually implement the resolution with high priority, including to take all necessary action to mitigate the risk of the resolution. In Article 14 of the agreement, it states that before entering into this outline agreement, the parties have made this subject to obtaining the necessary approvals as prescribed by the applicable legislation and regulations, the state regulations of Curaçao and Sint Maarten, and the related national ordinances, and that the parties will take all actions necessary are appropriate to obtain these approvals as soon as possible. In the term sheets, which is Annex C to the outline agreement, the agreement/approval by Parliament of Sint Maarten to the outline agreement resolution ENNIA is taken up as a suspensive condition. Hence, this agenda point for this meeting today and the importance of Parliament's approval in this matter. At the start of this agenda point, the Minister of Finance gave a presentation to Parliament on the outline agreement. Thereafter, members of Parliament were given the opportunity to speak to the agenda point in round 1. The meeting was then adjourned to allow the Minister sufficient time to prepare the answers to the questions posed. The Minister returned on September 6, 2024, to answer the questions in the first round, and members of Parliament were given the opportunity to ask clarifications in the first round. And after brief remarks by the Minister, the meeting was adjourned until further notice to allow the Minister time to prepare the answers to the clarification questions. Parliament also received the addendum that the Minister referred to, and it has been shared with the members of Parliament. The document is registered on the IS 072-2024-2025, dated September 24, 2024. I now give the floor to the Minister of Finance, I keep on saying Justice, Minister of Finance, to answer the points of clarification/comments to the members of Parliament posed in the first round. Minister, you have the floor.